everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Nicholas Blaylock.
And I'm your host, Adam Peddle. And today, guys, we've got rumors for you that the Toronto Blue Jays and others are in on Seiya Suzuki from the Japan League. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. As well, this video is brought to you by FanDuel. Hop on using our registration link in the description, and you could be entered to win an MLB jersey.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. So, where do we first hear about this, Nick?
Well, it was a writer for the Boston Sports Journal, Sean McAdam, and basically he's come out and said that he believes that Seiya Suzuki is going to end up in the AL East. Yankees, Blue Jays, and Red Sox being the three most aggressive teams for this guy's services. And that's pretty cool because, Seiya Suzuki has been a bit of a freaking stud over in Japan, dude.
Yeah, he's been actually really incredible. He's 27 years old right now. Guy mainly plays outfield, but if you look at the numbers, in 2021, he hit for a 1.069 OPS with a batting average of 317, slugging of 636, which is huge, and the 38 bombs is really sticking out for me for someone at 27 years old. And now we were doing some comparisons to a Shohei Ohtani.
This is what's most exciting for me because he's 27 years old right now, so he's right in that middle prime time of his career. But we've seen a bunch of times, right? Players pop off in that league, they come over to the MLB, and something just doesn't translate, right? Well, we wanted to take a look at a player who did translate beautifully, Shohei Ohtani. Now, he came when he was a lot younger. He came right after his 21-year-old season in that Japan League. Well, his numbers when he was 21 years old are almost identical to what Seiya Suzuki did when he was 21 years old. Now, obviously, we can't look at that and go, all right, you're the next Shohei Ohtani.
Right.
But what we can do is we can say, okay, well, Ohtani came over when he was doing that. You were doing the same thing when you were 21, and you've only continued to get better and better in that league. Is it possible that when you come over, you at least perform at, potentially an all-star caliber? This is the type of ceiling that we're talking about with this guy.
Exactly. And it might not happen right away if he enters the AL East or really any division, but it might take some time. But there is potential that this guy might do it.
Yes.
That begs the question. This guy has played a lot of outfield recently in his career.
Yeah.
Does he make sense for the Toronto Blue Jays?
Well, there's a couple caveats here, folks. He has played third base, he has played shortstop, but he hasn't done it in years, most of the time being outfield. I think if the Blue Jays are deeply in on him, then maybe making that transition back to third base, that has got to be on the radar for us because we do have a bit of a logjam right now at the outfield spot. If we were to get him, that would be Springer, Lourdes, Tio, Greinke, all of those guys are there. And for a dude who right now is reportedly being talked about as potentially making somewhere in the $50 to $60 million range over, 4 to 5 to 6 years, you can't really have that guy as your fifth outfielder. So if we signed him to play outfield, I think one of those four guys probably is getting shipped.
Yeah.
But if we just sign him to then transition back to third base, then I think that works pretty seamlessly, assuming he can do it.
Yeah, I like the idea of trying to get him back third. Like Nick said, he hasn't played in a while. Not since 2014 he hasn't played third base. So it might be a bit of learning curves yet again. But, I'm okay with that, honestly. I mean, right now our money situation is pretty good. If we do want to add a bat with some potential upside, I'm all for it. And like you were talking about Teoscar and Greinke and Gurriel, those guys are going to come off the books around 2024, Teoscar and Greinke, and the Gurriel in 2025. So he's kind of going to take after another Greinke role in the role that he would be about $10 million average annual value for 5 years.
Well, and
so
you know
okay
what?
With that.
And frankly, because we posted a podcast the other day talking about Greinke, talking about how we were in conversations with the Brewers about potentially trading him, and a lot of you guys were like, well, we don't want to give Greinke up for nothing. Greinke is at least a serviceable bench bat. I mean, if we got this guy, I'm fine with giving Greinke up for nothing because now we have somebody who's 27, younger, who has, in my opinion, way more upside, way more ceiling, and would be getting a contract right around the same as Randall Greinke and can do the same stuff. So if we were to pick this dude up, trading Greinke for a bag of baseballs, like, it's not...
that this guy can then hit in batting practice, it works.
It actually works.
Yes.
You know, like, giving him up for nothing, it's not that big of a loss anymore because we just get rid of that logjam.
And I'm down. And again, I want to kind of transition him over there, see what we can do with him. But I am so down for Seiya Suzuki.
Absolutely, honestly, me too. And frankly, like, just the prospects of maybe having like a little Shohei Ohtani.
You know what? That's
like,
dope.
That's exciting as hell to me, man. Like, I would be cheering this guy on so hardcore.
Yeah.
And like, whatever position he plays, I think he has potential to be a true stud in the MLB. But guys, let us know in the comments down below. What do you think about this dude? Obviously, we talked mainly from a Blue Jays standpoint, but the Red Sox are in on him and the Yankees are in on him too. So even if we don't end up getting him, we might be seeing a lot of Seiya Suzuki in our future. But comment down below what you think about him and whether or not the Blue Jays should get him.
And guys, you should also check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor Radio Public, and Breaker. Also check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, guys, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. And remember, if you're subscribing, to hit that post notification bell button. As well, this video is brought to you by FanDuel. Using the registration link in our description and placing a contest, like entering a contest and enjoying some games, you can enter into a jersey contest. And there's not many people, so if you enter it, you have a good shot of winning. And as well, this video is brought to you by our Patreons as well. Become a Patreon. It's $3 a month. Shout out, thank you to all of our Patreons. We had Brock Bennett on. He was a lot of fun. So thank you, and shout out for Brock for coming on.
Thank you so much for watching.
And
Go Jays, go!